Hello, my name is Paloma Pilar, and I am from Island Park, New York.
Good evening. I am Jhilam. I'm an academic and poet based in Hyderabad, India.
Hi there. My name is Huang. I work and live in Newport Beach, Southern California.
Hi, I'm Leslie Cox from Glendale, Arizona, and I'm excited to take part in this video from the silent world in her vase. If I could put 2020 into one word, that word would be uncertainty. I'm one who likes to have a plan. I prepare to prepare.
I would use the word resistance to describe my 2020 year.
If I can put 2020 in one word, it is dis-ease.
What I struggled through in 2020 was, once again, I would say, the rush of online work. As I said, I enjoyed it, but it was very straining at the same time. So to balance online classes and to teach students online, to be able to connect with them, in the same way as I used to do in a classroom was difficult, but every day I was learning something new. That was difficult and physically a bit straining for me as well. And but anyway, I made it through.
Suddenly I was uncertain about so many things, uncertain about when I would see my family again, uncertain about my financial situation, being single and now unemployed, uncertain about a whole new way of living. Things I took for granted, simple things, were now harder. Grocery shopping is a whole new experience. Connecting with loved ones only via FaceTime or Zoom, it's not the same. And being in my home alone for 4 months with only the company of my Shih Tzu and tortoise can be lonely.
In 2020, I struggled with grieving for two important people that I lost in my life. One who gave me birth and one who gave my writing its birthright inspiration. My mother, Xiao Ling Hou, at 72 years old, had a massive heart attack while fighting to recover from cancer. At the time, I had just published my latest collection of 72 poems, A Shaft of Light. Rolf Angel, my mentor, after the passing of both of his parents within the same year, passed away from an unspecified illness within only 3 months after my mother's death. It was a nightmarish year for me.
The 2020 struggle story involves my own personal health issues. I had knee surgery at the end of June 2020, which became further complicated with the specter of COVID affecting healthcare in general in 2020. We were very careful in my home after seeing how quickly the virus could affect me going into the hospital setting and the physical therapy aftercare required after surgery. We felt lucky to have dodged the virus while working with students of all different backgrounds between myself and my husband, who is also a teacher. I felt the responsibility to care for the Salvadoran and Central American families, being of Salvadoran background myself.
Well, 2020 has been a difficult year for all of us, but personally for me, I discovered a few things. Number one, I found out that technology is beautiful. And I always thought that I was bad at learning new things, but it was surprising that when, I had to take up online classes for students, I was really quick and I enjoyed the whole process. Secondly, I also understood that it's very important to be kind to our own selves. We are generous and kind towards others, but we should be forgiving of ourselves because we are not perfect, and not to blame ourselves and trust in life. The third thing that I discovered is black coffee. I never thought that I would enjoy black coffee so much. So there were periods when I was, isolated, alone. And I don't know, I just thought okay, let's try black coffee for a change. And 2020, I really like black coffee and it helped me a lot. And the last thing that I found out is that I look awesome in short hair. I tried out this pixie haircut which I wanted for such a long time, but I never had the courage. I never thought I could pull it through, but I love it and I think I'm going to keep it for some more time. What do you think?
The one thing I did not stop doing was writing poems. To my awe, the poems I've written during those dark and vulnerable months of the aftermath were among my very best works. What got me through it is when I was reading the poems I wrote for my mother and mentor during the online residency at my alma mater, Vermont College of Fine Arts. During the reading, I was uncontrollably emotional and cried, and yet I felt so relieved afterward. Somehow, sharing my sorrows with my teachers, pen pals, and alumni enabled me to get out of the depressive mood I had found myself in.
My coping mechanism for 2020 was the same thing that has helped me get through many struggles and crises in the past. My children and my students. Children give you no choice. They are your responsibility when they are in your care, and kids can be very persistent bosses. I made an effort to help my own children understand that they would be provided for no matter what happened to me and my husband. And as a family, we had to accept that if one of us caught the virus, we would all be exposed. This is still a hard place to be with my family. As a family, we have lived through many challenging experiences, mainly my surgeries and Hurricane Sandy in 2012. With the loss of our family home, job, pension, and benefits, my children witnessed everything we went through as a family. Frankly, if there's anything I could do to keep my children and other people's children safe, I will do exactly that to the best of my ability. I know I can say to all my children that I have done everything I can to protect them and their future selves from any harm as much as one person can do. I showed up for them every day, whether I was sick, happy, sad, or limping. Children are great equalizers. Nobody gives you these insights before you have children.
I decided to substitute teach for a third grade class on a Friday. What I learned from that experience was that third grade children are intelligent and caring. They were all too excited to help me as a first-time sub, reminding me to wear gloves as I distributed papers and to ensure distance as we lined up for recess. All were willing to help one disabled student, walking with her to the nurse or to the restroom and assisting her with assignments. I wanted so much to connect with those children who were excited to share information. But the truth is, I couldn't hear them through their masks, and at the end of the day, it broke my heart when they walked up to me, staying 6 feet away, and extending their arms to say, "Air hug, Mrs. Cox." Then something changed. I started to gain some clarity. I realized how fortunate I am for things others are without. I have a home, food, and reasonably good health. I have family and friends. Now I appreciate even more the things that are right in front of me that I sometimes took for granted. I started taking better care of my home, cleaning, organizing, appreciating old photos and memorabilia, sorting through boxes and storage. I appreciate meals more than ever, cooking for myself with fresh ingredients, not wasting one morsel of food. And I'm taking better care of myself, walking every day, enjoying nature, taking care of my garden, reading more than ever, and writing. Throughout the year, I worked on a memoir, participated in writing workshops online, and I wrote several essays from photographs and about my experiences in the midst of a pandemic. To be honest, I did binge watch a few Netflix originals like Virgin River and Schitt's Creek. Mostly what got me through a year of uncertainties was family, friends, and prayer. Relationships seemed to blossom, maybe because we're uncertain of what's to come and whether or not we will be here a week from now. I've learned that what I was called to do during a pandemic is what I should have been doing all along.
Honestly, I don't have any grand plan. I wish to fulfill very small objectives, and I wish to live life in details. I want to take care of my house. I have enjoyed domesticity and I want to, experience time, the flow of time. I don't want to be fast in 2021. I want to be slow. And I hope your dreams or ambitions, whatever they are, they should also come true in 2021. Stay.
My New Year's message to others is to live up to our dreams, even though we are continuing to confine ourselves to our limited physical space in this very challenging time of the world. Our humanity goes beyond physical constraints. That said, we are spirited beings and can connect to each other in space beyond a physical one. No matter how difficult life has become, the torch of light or enlightenment is what keeps us alive in real terms. Finding our common ground in the world's health problems and many others is what makes our life more purposeful and stronger, hence our survival durable.
My positive message for 2021 is nurture love, gratitude, and forgiveness in your heart. Easier said than done. Yes, if it is easy, everyone would do it. Love the people who helped you get through this quarantine. Fate, God, or the universe put them in your path for a reason. They are the warriors who helped keep you safe so you can accomplish your goals in life. Measure not by your own deeds, but how much you elevate or uplift others, the people around you that seek you out. Everyone will be happier, including you. The mask may be a sign of compassion for others rather than a separation from others. Even though our whole faces are not visible, a significant message for all of us to understand is that we are interdependent and interconnected as a people.
So my New Year's resolution in one word would be optimism. I'm hopeful and confident about the future, and I'm more grateful than I was 1 year ago. My New Year's message to others would be this: see what is in front of you. See what is good. Take care of others and take care of yourself. Anything can happen to change your life in an instant. Live in the moment. Look around you. See what is there and be grateful. Take on an adventure. Be brave and courageous. Life is just as good as you make it. Happy New Year.